All right, so think about it this way. Look at everybody gets hung up on the letter and thinking they got to do all these rituals and routines. It makes God happy, right? Keep the Sabbath and don't eat this and don't touch that. Okay, imagine if it's no longer you who live, but Christ, God living in you. It's like God saying, everybody's like, this is what makes God happy. This is what pleases him, is to live his life through you. All right? So why would God, it's like he created all of this. He created everything so that he can live through you. Live. All right? And so you think he's going to sit there and go, oh, okay, wait a minute. And then you go get me a Bible. And you go get me a Bible so I can read, so I can know what I need to do to make me happy. Think about that, okay? He wants to live eternal life through you, all right? And real life doesn't come from the letter, because the letter kills, but his spirit gives life. And God is love, and if he's living his life through you, then love is living its life through you, and you will reflect love. And that's what makes God so very happy. I'm going to do a video soon on the 8th day creation. Remember, God, after he created everything, he rested. That was his Sabbath, all right? And then on the 8th day, he created Adam, the man. And that's different from mankind. And remember that was the 8th day, and the Jews had a thing that they did whenever a male was born. On the 8th day, they would circumcise him. Remember, Paul wrote, he said, I am of Israel, the tribe of Benjamin, circumcised on the 8th day. And Paul spoke about getting the real circumcision, the circumcision of the heart, not of the flesh. All right? So God, on the 8th day, after he rested, he created the man. And he created the man so that he could live his life through man. All right? He rested, and after he rested, he was like, okay, let's start living. All right? And so he started living his eternal life through mankind after that. And then man fell. Man fell from grace. They became double-minded. God went into a deep sleep within them, within all of us. All right? And only after the fall did man start trying to make God happy by keeping Sabbaths, not eating this, not touching that, sacrificing animals, cutting, mutilating themselves sexually, circumcising themselves. Paul called them mutilators of the flesh. All right? Started doing all these things to make God happy. And the only thing that God ever wanted to do to be happy was live his eternal life through us. So he was finished resting. He finished resting. It's the whole deal of the second covenant. He was finished resting. He was ready to live. Live. That's why you have to get out of the letter and into the spirit. So many people that can't see it. I don't know why people can't see it. God lives through you. Resting is over. Believing is over. You have to come to the knowledge of the truth that he is within you. It's just time to wake up. Let that sleeper awaken within you. And then he will live eternal life, Zoe. A wonderful, amazing new life. And you'll stop worrying about all that religious rituals and routine. And not just the Jewish stuff. All this Christian stuff, too, that people have added to. Taken away. God finished resting, and he wants to live in his creation. it's written that God breathed life into the nostrils of the Adam. It's not Adamo, but Adam, the man. And he became a living being. Remember I said God, after he rested, sleeping, you go to sleep when you're resting. After he rested, he wanted to live. It's time to live. Time to stop resting. And also resting is working, because it's what people have made it, okay? But anyway, God breathed life into him and he became a living being. And God was speaking through him. People could hear the voice of God through him. That person would hear the Rhema, speak the Logos. Okay, I've shown y'all that pictograph of Yahweh. And it makes a man. That's God in man. Okay? And what did the second beast do? It breathed life into their image. Alright? And their image is the false image. Alright? It's not a man, it's a book. Breathe life into it and give it the ability to speak. Alright? And man stopped hearing God's voice and started reading the book.